This is a golf ball bar that I'll show you a little bit more about it at the end of the video. But my name is Troy, and I built a golf simulator in my attic. I did a bunch of research on the internet trying to figure out if it was possible. And hopefully this video will be helpful to others when they go to build theirs. I picked up a lot of information, like I said, from the internet, but I also have a few extra things that I did that may benefit someone else in the future. So basically I started by just assessing the space in my attic, getting a contractor who built the house to come over, and we moved a couple braces. And after we did that, I laid down the floor, made sure it was perfectly level. After that was level, I framed the entire area and then contacted an electrician who came over and ran all the plugs that I had pre-planned. And that was the only person that's done anything in the room other than myself. But what he did is he put in, the outlets, the dimmer switches. There's a couple behind the ball there, another one on the wall. He did the ones from a launch monitor. He did, you can see it, several up there for the projector, and one on the back side of the screen for a sound bar. Once the electrician was done with his work, then I was about to sheetrock, but I came up with an idea. I knew that once I put the sheetrock up, it was a closed system. So I wanted to do something that would help me out. So I put PVC pipe and ran it from the Sonos speaker all the way across to the back. I did it from the TV down the wall and around the back. I did it from the outlets around the wall and to the back. And I did that so I could pull cables and Ethernet cables and power cables through with a little fish tape and not have issues. So that worked out phenomenally well, and I'd highly recommend it if you're going to do an attic build. I know it's different if you have an open wall that you can play around in, but when you close the attic up, it's closed. So then after I did the PVC, I closed everything up with the sheetrock. I mudded it, I textured the walls, and then I went around and did some just texturing, some trim work all the way around the edge. I have some storage in the back, so I had to put up a door here, and this is the entry door. So after the initial walls were all up, I then ran ductwork, two vents here for heating and cooling, and a return air over here. After I did that, I looked into the screen. So I bought a premium screen. It's 12 feet by 9 feet. And I initially hung it. After I hung it, I had an idea about ball deflection, and I'd seen one other golf sim that had some paneling done. I looked into the paneling. It was incredibly expensive, so I decided to do it myself. And what I did was I made several panels all the way around the side, across the top, and then down the other side. And I put them at about a 35-degree angle, but the benefit is that it can take a shot and deflect it into the screen. But when you do these, the most important part is making sure that the fake leather that you get has an extremely high rub count, because you don't want a ball to hit this and take the pigment off this and transfer it to your screen. So having a really high rub count will avoid that. The second part of it is I needed a way to be able to take these on and off without damaging them. And in case one got, cut with a ball or something, I need to be able to fix it. Instead of just fixing the entire thing, I did individual panels for that reason. So let me see if I can get this off and show you what we did here. That's not that good. Let me try this one here. Oh, here's one. All right, so I utilize something that they use on boats a lot. They're called bow clips. Right here you can see the male bow clips, and here you can see the female bow clips. And what these do is they plug together very firmly, as you just saw, and they're stuck. And I did that all over, and it worked out really nice, and it gives it a good look, a good finished look. The other thing I did was on the floor, I wanted to slope up at the very end for several reasons, but let me show it to you first. So if I put this on the floor, you'll see the slope there. But if I show you on the edge, you'll really see it. See how it slopes at the very end? The purpose for the slope is basically threefold. One is that if somebody hits a line drive, it'll hit that and deflect it into the screen. That's great. Number two, if it hits the screen and drops down, it won't, it'll roll back. No balls go under the screen and get lost back there. And the most important thing is the experience, the 4K experience. I wanted the turf on the ground to be contiguous with the, green turf on the golf simulator. I didn't want a black piece of foam across the bottom or that black 2.5 inches of tape at the bottom of the screen. I wanted something that looked finished, and that really did the job. Then I got a Sig Pro Softy mat. Let's turn the light off. And I cut into the floor and made a box that fit the Sig Pro Softy. It's a really cushy mat that helps you when you swing your club. You can actually go under the ball like you would on a golf course. And it helps your arms and your shoulders, but it makes it more realistic, because if you have, hardwood floor, you have concrete, your club just hits it and bounces off of it versus going into it. The turf around it is a padded turf. It's 5 millimeters of foam underneath it. It's pretty standard. The next step was the projector, okay? And I got a 4K projector from Benq, not the one that everybody talks about, but it was one that would fit in this room because it's small. Again, I had to get a short throw projector, and you can see the projector, but above the projector, you can see a little box. Now, that's important because that box is, it helps me for the ratio. For instance, when I want to play golf, I'm going to have this in a 4:3 ratio where the entire screen is the golf screen. And when I do like movies or sports, Netflix, I want to be able to have it in a 16:9 ratio. So in order to do that, you can have it set right here where the 4:3 covers everything. And then when you turn it to 16:9, it will still show up, but it's going to be much smaller. I needed to move this projector forward 24 inches and down approximately 3 inches so that I could have a 16:9 that covered the entire ratio of the 12:9 screen left to right. So I came up with that slider. It's the same principle as the drawers in your house. It's got the heavy-duty sliders on both sides, and you can slide it forward, and I made it on an angle so it drops about 3 inches. That thing has worked incredible. I've hooked it up to my computer several times just to watch it, and it's awesome. I did put some safety straps on it just in case something ever happened. I didn't want my projector falling from the ceiling 9.5, 10 feet up there. So overall, very pleased with the slide. So now I can do 16:9 or 4:3. The purpose of this TV in here specifically is the computer is going to be behind me. I'll be able to hit off of the Sig Pro Softy. I can look up and I can see my ball data, and I can look left and see the screen. And when you turn off the lights, it is very dark in here. I can dim. Let's see if I can do this. I can get just the spotlight, and the spotlight's going to read the data from the launch monitor. Or I can come back, I can dim this way down, which that's probably more realistically what it's going to look like. Maybe a little brighter because when the projector's on, it's going to have a view of the screen. But overall, that should be a pretty neat little setup. Let's see if I can turn that off and that back up. So overall, for an attic build, it's been a lot of fun. And I guess the keys for me, other than what I saw on the internet, were the PVC pipe for pulling the plugs, the panels that go around the side, the little lip I did on the carpeting. On top of that, I put a small box behind this screen, and it's got a Sonos Beam sound bar. So it will make this room extremely immersive, watching movies and playing golf. At the very end of it, I'm currently waiting on trying to decide on what launch monitor to use and what computer to get. So hopefully in the next month or so that will get taken care of, and then I can work on setting that up, which I'm terrified to do. I'm not real computer oriented, but I will get it done. The last thing I've done so far is I wanted to make it more of a golf room. So I love woodworking, so I did a few things. I'll show you the start. So when you enter my attic here, you can see Mulligan's 19th hole sports bar on the door. I made a little ball that it looks pretty neat. It's three-dimensional. And then when you enter the room, if you look over here on the left, I have a Rolex clock like is on the all the majors have, on the starter box. I've seen other people make these and paint the word Rolex, but I wanted a three-dimensional wooden one. So as you can see, that stands off the side a little bit, and it just looks nice. It looks real crisp and clean. These dials, they illuminate at night. If the light's been on, you turn it off, they'll illuminate. I then did a PGA Tour sign just to hang on this door. It's also three-dimensional and turned out really nice. And last but not least, I wanted to see if I could create a golf ball. And with a lot of geometry and a lot of time, I was able to do this out of wood. And it's real dusty because I just put it up today. But you can see the shelf. This little button on the side, you can make this thing go up and down with the remote or the little side panel thing here. But I'll show you here. It takes it about 40 seconds to go up and down, but it's a neat little talkative piece for your golf simulator. I haven't seen anyone else do it. I haven't seen it anywhere. It was just an idea if I could possibly make it. So it turned out exceptionally well. I'm very pleased with it. Everybody that's seen it is very excited, and it should do really well in here. So overall, I just wanted to share my experience with my golf simulator. If you guys have any critiques that you'd like to give me, I'm more than happy to hear them. If you have any questions for me, I'm more than happy to help. The internet has been wonderful to me. I wanted to give back a little bit. You guys have a great day.